So, ladies and gentlemen, the chair of your IHI and my friend, Bill DeForrest.
Yeah, really great job. Really great job. Thank you, Richard, and good afternoon, everyone. You know, when you get in front of an audience like this, it's really nice to know you have friends in the room. I'm wondering, are my friends from the extended stay group still with me this year? All right, great. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may not know it to look at me, but I'm a big numbers guy. All right, the big guy part wasn't hard, but the numbers part may have been. But it's true. I think about numbers all the time. I think about the number of guests staying at our hotels, the number of people who serve those guests, the number of dollars that come in when we serve those guests well, and the number that go out making that happen. Beyond those numbers, there are a few others I focus on. For example, I think about the great number sevens, the incredible Mickey Mantle, and the greatest number 7 of all time, John Elway. That was for you, Susie. I think about the number 24. I think Willie Mays, Jeff Gordon, sure. Then, Jack Bauer. Man, I can tell you there were a lot of times this past year that I wanted to turn to someone and say, get me Jack Bauer. Or as we refer to him in the IHI, Mark Carrier. And for this kid from St. Louis, my hero and friend, the greatest 24 of all time, Mr. Whitey Herzog. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to see the game tonight, by the way. And finally, the number 365. Now, for those of you that are thinking that's my weight, I just want you to know that only hurts a little. I did like the big is beautiful comment, by the way, Kirk. That was good. I thought that was perfect. So what happens when you put those numbers together? 24, 7, 365. People talk all the time about how it's a 24/7, 365 world, like that's a new concept. But the reality is that no business has ever been more 24/7, 365 than we are. It's the definition of the hotel business. Now that we're all connected constantly, the rest of the world is starting to talk about this like they're Christopher Columbus, like they discovered something big. But it's what we've always done. It's always been part of our DNA, and it's exactly what people want these days. That's why we've had to do things like the Holiday Inn relaunch and why it's been so successful. But we all have to remember the relaunch is just the first step on the journey, and we have a long way to go. Giving guests what they want, when they want it, and how they want it is why we have to update our food and beverage offerings with innovations like the Hub at Holiday Inn. It's why we must have, all right, good. Yeah, I'm always happy to talk about food for a while if you guys want to do that. It's why we must have a clear, well-deserved position for Crowne Plaza. Great progress has been made on that front. We have unbelievable hotels and associates delivering great experiences today, but we still have work to do. Helping you give guests what they want is also why we support in-supply, freeing up resources to use to give guests a great experience. More than 800 hotels have taken advantage of this program so far this year. These are things I talked about a year ago. The relaunch, food and beverage, Crowne Plaza, and in-supply. These are things that help keep us connected to our guests 24/7, 365. They create an environment where our guests can be efficient, effective, and comfortable 24 hours a day. Where they can be themselves 7 days a week. Where they can be welcomed 365 days a year. And speaking of welcome, which is another theme of mine last year, it has been a privilege for me to be able to welcome Richard Solomons and Kurt Kinsell in their new roles this year. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Actually, 365 has another meaning to me. It's exactly the number of days that I've had the opportunity to serve all of you. And I would not have wanted to do it, could not have done it without the commitment, dedication, and support of all these people sitting right here. Your incredible board of directors, the amazing committee chairs and volunteers that serve this organization every day. Eva, Jill, Sarah, and the incredible talented team members from the association. My colleagues, partners, lifelong friends at Lane Hospitality, thank you all very much. And especially my big family, including my big dogs, my girls, especially my daughters, Danielle, Christy, Kelly, and my love and my partner, Susie. Thank you all very much. Thank you for your support this year. One of the other groups that you can't do this job successfully without their guidance, support, commitment, and never-ending enthusiasm and energy is our past chairman's group. And I'd like to invite all the past chairmen to come back up on stage with me. Oh, good. I thought for a minute you guys weren't coming. Hey, Mike. Hey, guys. How are you? All right. If I stand right here, nobody will see David. You know, when you talk about 24/7, 365, you're really talking about a global enterprise that never stops, like IHG and your owners association. An association that started with a group of people who represented one brand in one country. Actually, just one part of one country, the southeastern United States. But it's now an association that truly represents a global enterprise that never sleeps, that never stops, and is constantly engaged with our guests, our associates, and with each other. You don't get to achieve this level of performance without great leaders like these. I agree. As a global organization with global responsibilities, it's important that our identity reflect who we have become through the hard work of all the people on this stage and all the volunteers that have served this organization over the years, and with the support of IHG. And as we transition from where we've been to where we are to where we're going, it's only fitting that our identity transition as well. So I'm delighted to show to you our new brand identity, an identity that truly represents who we are, what we do, and where we are after 57 great years. Ladies and gentlemen, the IHG Owners Association. When you have the privilege to work for you 24/7, 365 as your chairman, you quickly realize what all these past chairmen know. You're never able to get everything done that you wanted to do. There's simply not enough time. There are too many amazing initiatives to work on to ever feel like you've accomplished everything. But at the same time, you realize that whatever you haven't completed will get done, and probably better than you would have done it, because you're turning over the reins to another great leader. That is why, with humble gratitude for this opportunity and unlimited enthusiasm for our future, I welcome to the stage the chairman of the IHG Owners Association for 2012, Mr. Glenn Squires from Halifax, Nova Scotia.